Hello there, and welcome to another one of these peculiar videos where I dissect what I learnt while I was learning a thing, which, well, surely the thing is the thing that I learnt. But did I learn anything specific? Well, the things that I learnt, many and well, okay, I learned a few things. I learned that this is good coffee. I've seen other people drinking coffee in their YouTube videos, and I thought that's a good idea. I'll do that. Okay, what did I learn? Okay, well the song, as you know, is this la 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 thing. La 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 la. So what did I learn? The thing about it is there are a few little things that you find on the record that he doesn't do in the live version, probably because of the fact that in the live, can you hear my stomach rumbling because of my coffee? Nice. In the live version, he doesn't have a piano player, so as a result, there are certain things that he doesn't do. There's this, which I'm really rubbish at. Okay, so he doesn't do that, and I'd spent ages learning how to play that and largely getting it wrong. I found that bit quite frustrating because it threw my mind for playing the rest of it, and then I listened to him playing it live and thought, hang on a minute, he doesn't do that bit. And so once I'd got past that and realised that instead of that, he just goes, no, let me see, it comes out of the verse. So then he says, but then there's a lot of bad things turn bad out there. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's how it would go. And then you're back into the... it's hard to get by, and it's that. I mean, you can naturally go to the open G there, and that makes perfect sense, because it's pretty much where your hands end up, which is useful, and which is probably why he wrote it. But the thing about it is, you listen to the recorded version, and I would say that the majority of what you can hear is the guitar part, but I suspect there's a very slight hint of piano underneath it. Either way, the live version, he just ignores it, and he just goes, oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Hard to get by just upon a smile. And you kind of think, well, okay, that's actually more pleasing, and admittedly you lose the nice little run, but then you don't have to get these fingers that don't want to do it. I mean, it's probably been quite useful in that I've sat and practiced it a lot, because it's probably made me slightly more nimble, so when I come to do other things down the lane, perhaps it will have a... Sorry, I'm fiddling with my hair because I can see hair. Yeah, it's probably going to be beneficial in the long run, but for the time being, I'm not going to worry overly. It is quite a nice little run. I mean, it's fairly simple. But, you know, for the purposes of this, we shall not worry about it too much. But what I will tell you is that I sort of foolishly did a bit of a dive into what the song was about, because it's one of those things that I heard this as a kid, and you think, oh, that's quite nice in a ditty, and then you don't really think about the rest of it. And then I started looking at the lyrics and thinking, this isn't very nice. He's singing about a lass who... See, this is... Initially I thought, oh, he's singing about his daughter. And I thought, well... Okay, well, if he's singing about his daughter, then he's simply warning her about the the nastinesses of the world that are out there. And oh, well, if you must go, dear child, just beware that it's terrible out there, and, we could all be murdered in our beds. That sort of thing doesn't sound too bad. But me being a curious idiot like I am, thought, you know what, I'll look it up. Oh boy, do I wish I hadn't. So, transpires that Mr. Stevens, who's actually, his real name was Stephen Dimitri Giorgio, which is quite a nice name, but as you can tell, that is Stephen Giorgio is probably not a great name for a... It doesn't roll off the tongue in the same way that Cat Stevens does. So he changed it to Cat Stevens, and I thought, that's a good name. And, meow. But anyway, he was having a relationship with an actress called Patti D'Arbanville, which I'm assuming I've said wrong, but I've only read it. I haven't heard it said. So anyway, the pair of them were in a relationship, a sort of on and again, off again type of thing by the sounds of it, for a couple of years. And apparently he wrote several songs about her during this 2-year period. She was an actress, so she was going off and making films and doing all sorts of stuff. And he was being a musician doing music-y things. But I think this kind of sat in his sort of wilderness years. Apparently he made a comeback. And this is pretty much the song that nailed it for the comeback, because it was released as a single, but it was on an album called Tea for the Tillerman, and that sort of reignited the public's imagination as to what this young man was capable of. Anyway, so if you don't look too deeply into it, you kind of get a nice song about, he's saying goodbye to his daughter. Bearing in mind there's a song on the album, I think it's on the same album, called Father and Son or something like that. And that's quite a nice thing about, fathers and sons and relationships between them. And you kind of think, that's nice. But this one is clearly him saying to her, you'll be nothing without me. You can't leave me, etc. I've always thought of you as nothing more than a child. And it's not a particularly nice thing. I can only assume this might have been the nail in the coffin for their relationship, because, dear God, that's not nice. Anyway, if you can ignore that fact, it's quite a nice song, despite the... It's driven my other half mad, because I've been sitting here over and over and over again, just trying to get that right. And my left hand really doesn't want to do it, but it will get there, I'm sure it will. Yeah. Anyway, so it's driven poor Jo potty, because she's had to sit and listen to me playing it over and over and over and over and over again, and she's got to the point where generally she's really good with this stuff, because she just, she'll put up with me playing anything, and she has. This is part of the reason why I'm doing this. There have been sort of a few songs that I sort of play from memory, and quite often they're wrong, but I'll play them from memory over and over and over and over again. And so, and she'll just tolerate it. I mean, I won't play them. I mean, it's not like I sit there and play it and then I play it again and then I play it again and then I play it again all in one session. But if I sit down with the guitar, those are the songs that just come out. So for her to get up and walk out of a room because she couldn't stand it anymore, that is really rare. So that is obviously one of the downsides of doing this is the fact that you may drive those you love away. But what are the plus sides of this thing? One of the things that I sort of got better at is doing an F like this. Normally you well, I say normally, you would probably play an F as a bar chord. But you can play it by putting this finger down here and then doing this little shape and then ignoring the top string. Or if you're really clever about it, you can do that. And I've never been able to master this. See, I'm still not getting it right, but it doesn't quite ring true yet, but it's better. It's better than it was. So lots of positives have come out of playing this, because I was playing it like that for a while when I was trying to master, and also because of the fact that I've watched him play it on the internet and saw, you know, that sort of chord shape coming out of his hand. So clearly he's been playing an awful lot more than I have. Can't think why. Yeah, so that's a positive thing. So lots of good things happening. Anyway, I think that's me waffling enough about Wild World. You will see me. Hopefully, you'll see me on Sunday. Wild World went up a little bit late. It didn't happen on Sunday. It happened, I think, on Monday. I put it live, mainly because of the fact that YouTube was telling me it wasn't ready to publish. And then I thought, well, I'll just play it on the thing. And I should have done that before, because it transpires. You have to wait for it to process. YouTube gets the file and it has to think about it while it turns it into formats for everything. And it lied to me. Basically, it said it wasn't ready to publish yet because it hadn't worked out the 4K and HD versions, and it actually had, and I could have published it way before I actually did. So either way, that is something I've learnt, but that's on an editing and YouTube-y type thing front. So that's interesting, but absolutely nothing to do with music. Anyway, hopefully there will be a new song going up this Sunday, although, yeah, it should do, unless sort of, you know, occurrences occur. But thank you very much for watching this. Thank you for the people who have subscribed and commented, and that's been absolutely lovely. It has made a massive difference to my ego, in I think more than anything else, to my confidence. Let's call it that. Have I improved yet? Do I think? I think I am improving. I think I'm getting better. I sat down to play the next thing that I'm going to play, which I'm going to keep it secret in case I change my mind. And I found that I'd never played it before, and I just sat down with the chords. And I was able to work through them far quicker than I've been able to do other stuff. So I was quite chuffed with that. So yes, all things positive. Thanks for watching this this strangeness. And yes, I will see you, hopefully, you'll see me on Sunday. Bye-bye.